YouTube, what up, though? Blinks go bang. We're going to run it back with a real quick video, straight to the point, no time wasting. If you rock with the channel, you already know I am a convicted felon with full gun rights restored and have my pardon on the way. I also walked into a gun store where I purchased a firearm as a felon, just so you could see how to do that step by step once you get your gun rights restored. If that's some content or some information that you need, subscribe to the channel, share that with somebody if they need it. Lastly here, I've been thinking about putting together a video with the packet that I used. When you file to get your gun rights restored, whether it's gonna be state, federal, the form is the form, ABC, or whatever you gotta fill out, but they're going to ask you questions about sending the information about your job, what you've been up to. I have the actual letter that I actually read to the judge. I was going to make a video reading that letter and some other little things that I did when I put in the package. So if that's a video that you might need, say make the video in the comments or something, or if I see people subbing, I'll go ahead and make the video. I don't want to spend time making that video, and you know, people don't need it. I spend a lot of time on these videos, but if that's information that you need, you say that in the comments, I'll make that video. Some people might not need it because their letter is going to be different from my life. My letter was different, but some people might need a baseline of just where to start. I had all kind of anxiety and didn't know what to say, so we'll get that popping if we need that. Okay, out the way, let's get into the good stuff of why you guys here. Federally convicted felons. We got a new pathway, well, a pathway that's been relaunched to restoring your gun rights, man. For the longest, it was slim to none that you could do it, and there was minimal avenues to go through to get it done. You can get a presidential pardon, which for the average guy, myself, most of you watching, that wasn't gonna happen. Or you could petition the ATF for form 3210.1. I'm gonna put all these codes and stuff on the screen somewhere so you guys could see it, write it down. Petition the ATF 3210.1, and you go through Title 18 U.S.C 925C to do that. That was another avenue to do it. But for the longest, that avenue was not being funded by Congress. It was kind of closed down. They weren't in a hurry to put guns back in felons' hands. So you could go that way to do it. That was the normal procedure. But back in 92, this is 30 years ago, Congress shut that down, and it just kind of sat in limbo. Let me read what they say about that here. So ATF form 3210.1, which is used for applying for relief from federal firearm disabilities, is currently unavailable for individuals due to lack of funding appropriated by Congress for those specific applications. Only corporations may apply for relief using this form. So that avenue, like I said, strategically, they wouldn't fund it, you couldn't do it. So now you're kind of in limbo. It's kind of like if you drive to the mall and you get there and it's closed, and you say, I'll just wait a couple minutes. Well, it just never opened up. So for 30 years, you hadn't been able to do it. Okay, so now we're getting into the good news. Back in February, Trump signed an order to withdraw delegation from the ATF and sending it back to the DOJ. Well, the DOJ is relaunching that path. They're now funding it and figuring out ways how to make it run smoothly so you can get your gun rights restored. Let me read what they got here. This was published in March inside the Federal Registry. Federal Register is where you would look this up at. This was published in March. March 20th, 2025, the Department of Justice, the DOJ, published the interim final rule titled Withdrawing the Attorney General's Delegation of Authority. This rule specifically rescinds the authority that had been delegated to the ATF to administer the program for restoring federal firearm rights under 18 U.S.C. 925. So out of the ATF hands, DOJ is handling it. Second Amendment rights carry on. That's what they're trying to do here. So that's opening back up, man. You know, I would say this, because I've been seeing this movie a lot of time, as long as I've been looking at these laws and reading it. I would say the time is now, because it only takes one guy to get their rights restored, go pop somebody, and then now we the people are calling for, see what we told you, don't do it. So I wouldn't waste time doing it, man. This pathway is open. 11 people have already had their gun rights restored. Back when I checked maybe a week and a half ago, it was 8 people. Just as of yesterday, it was 11 people that got their gun rights restored, man. So I would go through that new pathway, and I'll put all that on the screen, like I said. And I would also get my packet together, and I would send that to the Department of Justice itself. I would do both because it's happening. It's so early in the game. It seems like people like Mel Gibson, you've seen his name on the list. He got it done. And a few more people. I don't know who those people are. But I would do every avenue to get it up in there. And it seems like they're moving and grooving. So, you know, I'm going to try to stay up on top of any new developments with it. Anytime something's published, I'll bring it to you guys. You know where to find the information because I just told you. But sometimes you can come here and get some of this information. Then you go read that because, man, I spent hours reading through that stuff. And you can connect the dots with all that to get you back to that dot, get your pipe back. But lock in, man. Subscribe to the channel. I'll be back with another video as soon as something else, as soon as there's some more updates here, and I'll start working on a packet video if we need it, man. This Blinks Go Bang, man. I'm out.